My name is Alex, founder and CEO of GMI Cloud. And if you're wondering, GMI stands for General Machine Intelligence. So we're here to build the AGI future, the foundation of AGI future, or the AI of Internet. I have a pet meerkat.
You have what?
A pet meerkat. Dude, that's the animal in Lion King. Timon. That's heads up. I started the company off as building a data center, building data centers actually. As a 24-year-old at the time, building data center as an Asian boy in Arkansas, US. That was fun. After the first site, we built two more, after which two in Arkansas, and the third site is in Texas. And we're actually building physical colo, dealing with heat issues and so forth, and power. That's why I know a lot about power. Probably the most educated 26-year-old about the entire power market of the United States, which is cool. After that, our VC investors and founder friends started asking me about 10 months ago, say, hey Alex, we need some GPUs. Can you spare us some? I'm not brokering GPUs, right? This conversation kept happening for 5 or 6 times. And I gotten reading more into GPU business and met a mentor and now investor and who's going to sit on our board, the co-founder of DigitalOcean, which is a cloud company, Nasdaq listed, guided me through kind of the hoops of building a GPU cloud. That's kind of how I pivoted into the cloud space. All right, so that's kind of the journey that has happened for 2.5 years was building colo, and the last 10 months was into the entire GPU cloud business. Getting a clusters up in thousands of cards or nodes is a challenging issue. You probably saw online when Llama 3 was training, it broke down 145 times in 100 days. So that's at least 3 times a day. And averaging one breakdown every 3 hours, right? So that is, when you're building a large clusters, there's a non-zero chance of something failing. And so you just have to really build a very robust system, hardware, the support team, as well as software stack to ensure that we have the highest reliability for our customers. In the last 10 months, we built 3 data centers, clusters. And by end of the year, it's going to be 7 in 7 locations. And so definitely working in a international way of building different clusters around the world is operationally challenging. On a macro side, the entire trend of AI and how it will interact with the real world. And we're seeing that the earliest product market fit is probably in the text-to-image or text-to-video space, where it's being used broadly in advertisements, in streaming, on YouTube and Shorts, right? Industrial application-wise, it's also interesting that we're seeing applications in finance, in insurance, in HR, in drug discovery. Now they're actually B2C or B2B now, which is pretty cool. Everyone or every enterprise is going to have their own agent. And I'll explain what I mean by that. Myself or you, right? We represent different characters, different roles, right? You might be someone's girlfriend, someone's daughter, right? Someone's employee or someone's boss. If you're someone's employee, you're not supposed to know information that belongs to a character that's someone's girlfriend, right? For example, right? You're not supposed to share those information. But it looks like this massive AI, right? That knows everything. So you need to separate those information silo and present different personality of sorts, right? You want to behave differently. Depends on who you're interacting to. In the future, there might be a emotional support AI, right? Or a employee augmentation robot AI that supports you to send emails or give you suggestions on how to manage up to your boss or something like that, right? So that would be interesting on personalized AI. It will be different personality for individuals. which I think will happen in the next 5 years. I think that's pretty cool. And so for enterprise as well, right? It's the same thing. Instead of having different personality, it would just be used for different functions within a company, right? For HR, for finance, for accounting, for customer support, product, engineer, everything, right? That's have a informational silo in each. I think it's pretty cool for enterprise and personal. For people who are starting their journey in AI, my advice would be have a lot of grit and perseverance. Doesn't matter if you're technical or non-technical, you're coming from a commercial side or coming from a tech background, doesn't matter. But the number one key trait that you need to have is have a lot of perseverance and grit just to power through things and don't give up.